the city and at the Charter Hall precinct with Sasha, who enters into the precinct where the girl is detained, and you see her in the holding cell as one of Dusk's many thug types, who's obviously also been detained, makes their way over to her, looming over her slight frame, and you see through the glass, standing in the bullpen, she says something. What she says you don't hear, but the thug backs off, shaking his head slightly. You sort of read the situation, although there's what is being said isn't heard by you. Evidently, one of their cohorts asks what was said, and there's this dismissive shake of the head as if it's nothing. But you can see that the thug is visibly perturbed. Whereas behind you, the familiar deep tones of Bowmore was like, Wyatt, let's talk in the office. Let's talk in the office. As Cleland kind of opens the door, brass plaque on the door, reading Commander Cleland. He steps inside, holding the door open for you. And closes the door, takes a seat, and says, Well, I read what happened, and unfortunately, I'm not in a position to really help your friend. Thing is, I've got officers pulling double, triple shifts. I've got irregulars holding barricades into quarantined wards. I have a reserve fund which has been seized by an inquisition on Imperial order. And the Ministry of Preservation demanding further resources for their own endeavours. Unfortunately, I can't spare any coin for a thug cutter on a plea bargain. Friend's injuries are going to be problematic, but give you a lesson in life that my grandfather taught me. Now, he was a big fan of fishing. He said sometimes you get snagged, either big fish that you can't reel in or some detritus under the water. He said, you know what you do then? You cut the line. You let it go. You understand what I'm saying?
Understood, sir.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. And it's... Sorry, one moment. Okay. Slightly dejected as you walk out, as back at the working office, the Pale Lady Caroline and Battered Crow carry in the now unconscious Gaz, setting him down, pushing some desks together, setting him down on the table, his arm in a rough tourniquet. Is there anything you would like to do?
I think Battered Crow would begin to lay out the implements of his trade and start to get to work. He is a physiker, after all.
Ooh, up to you if you'd like to roll for this one, but limited effects with the nature of the injury. Yeah, words.
So we stated that this would be Fathom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So risky, limited effect. I will take that 6 though.
You are able to staunch the bleeding as much as possible. However, he doesn't regain consciousness. You're not quite sure how much blood he lost and the nature of the injuries. As this goes on, the actual process taking quite some time, Sasha returns.
You see Sasha as she walks. She seems angry, but also deflated a bit. And you just see her walk to the side of the table and kind of like kneels down by it and then presses her forehead against the table and just whispers, I'm sorry to the unconscious.
After Crow finishes, clearly exhausted, kind of presses his back up against the wall and speaks very weakly. You're sorry, you're not the one that caused this. I'm the one that caused this. It was
Don't beat yourself up. It was an accident.
It was my damn grenade.
You didn't throw it at him. I don't think he would be angry at you.
Crow kind of sinks into himself at this moment. His mind's kind of just lost in the past events. If at this point, anybody that says anything to him, it's as if he's not even there anymore.
Parents can turn to Sasha and simply ask, so, what now? What do we do?
Can't get him an arm. But maybe we can? I don't know. Where would we even get that?
You mean the blue coats can't give him an arm, right? Sorry.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Karen just asked confirmation that it's the blue coats can't find him a new arm.
No, that they're they don't. They're not getting him an arm.
But only a surprise.
God, people don't.
It's the mention of this bastard crow. Sorry, my memory's a bit hazy as well. It's going back quite some time. But not so much bastard crow, but Nathan certainly knows somebody who may be in a position to acquire items of choice. You knew as Katarina, a real name, unknown to you.
When it's very disjointed from the conversation when Crow does speak up. Back at the old location where the Nameless used to reside, there was a woman who ran a occult shop. Katarina was her name, I believe. False identity. She was a member of the Wraiths, unless I'm mistaken. If we can't afford or buy one, stealing is an option. Or and looks directly at Sasha saying this.
Sasha, the Wraiths are a story. They're tales that are told by parents to disobedient children of eat your vegetables or the Wraiths will come.
Look, I've seen strange things, but the Wraiths aren't real.
They tend to show themselves when you steal the mask of the... what was that thing called?
The death mask of the Weeping Lady.
The death mask of the Weeping Lady. Looks directly at Sasha and goes, "Yes, I was part of that."
I'm sorry, what? Oh, this is a story I want to hear. And you met them? You met the Wraith?
One of them, yes.
That's so cool.
As stated, I was part of the incident involving the death mask. When something of that prestigiousness is removed from its normal place, it tends to draw attention from all sorts.
So we need to steal something very valuable to get them to help us with a new arm for Gaz? Is that what you're suggesting?
Maybe, maybe not. At this point, Crow kind of stands up. If I'm not mistaken, the Nameless worked out a deal with her that they could make forgeries of the mask. If maybe I can get in contact with Brolin, get the word out that we're ready to work together. They're ready to work together. Maybe. At this point, Crow just kind of shrugs.
And your old crew would be okay with that idea? I'm not sure we're in position to get more enemies, if you see what I mean.
Neither you nor I left on bad terms. So I don't see why Brolin wouldn't be willing to help. Looks over at Sasha.
You two knew each other? Oh, hello?
Yes.
You
Past
two knew
life.
each other?
We crossed paths. Yeah.
Briefly.
Briefly.
Wow, I am dumb. How did I not pick up on that? Wow,
We were involved.
I am rusting.
We are involved in a goat race.
Okay.
At this point, Crow kind of smiles at Caroline, knowing that his enigmatic words are probably just going to cause Sasha to have a headache. And is perfectly fine with it. However, there were certain incidents that caused that crew to go their separate ways. Her involvement within the incident, I had no part of.
Is the incident the goat race?
No, the incident is the start of this everything.
Wow.
So,
But there's a chance that they can the raid.
I mean, you don't make ghost stories about people that suck at what they do.
Well, ghosts, they're kind of dead, so kind of failed at life. But they are terrifying and ever present.
I mean, that terrifying of only if you're mean to them.
Yeah.
So,
Look,
So
whatever it has to be.
So we go with trying to contact the Wraith.
Pale Lady, when was the last time you saw Brolin?
I saw him, I think, once, and that's what he introduced me to you. So that's contacting him is going to be on you. I'm sorry.
As a former GM's note, quote unquote, the last time you saw Brolin, he was in Sinclair's carriage, beating the living hell out of.
Yeah. I was trying to remember if he was there or if he was part of this or not. So
you also have someone who is on the fringes, but certainly has a place within the very closed ranks of the Taishirosi Quarter.
Crow looks directly at Sasha. Brolin's the
What?
Taishirosi. Yeah.
Brolin Zephyr is a Taishirosi. He's got additional eyes. So he's got 2 eyes in his forehead as well.
Wow, just forehead. Common thing. So you look, sorry, what were you looking at?
Because the I cannot say that word this morning. They're
Taikarosi?
they're a very close-knit group.
Oh,
Your part
The smallest diaspora in Duskfall. Numbers in the hundreds rather than thousands. And there's this very, very kind of closed community, which is sort of bridges from Six Towers into Night Market.
I was gonna say, what, do you think Taikarosi all know each other? And apparently we all do know each other.
It's, if you know somebody, it's probably somebody else is going to be their cousin or it's
Cousin, okay. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Do I need to roll something?
not to initially reach out unless you would particularly like to.
Yeah. Also, I had this thing where. Oh, never mind. When you gather. I don't know if this would help.
Yes, he certainly has. He's run multiple card hustles over the years. He's one of those people who's kind of there's a sort of revolving door around the various precincts where he's involved, where he's been arrested, and then a few hours later he's back out again and straight back onto the street, playing them, running them on.
And then maybe some vague connections to a couple of murders that happened, you know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you'd like to make a check.
Okay. That would be. Wait, why is it
+1 if you do
testify?
That's the second part of it. When using consort or testify using your documents, you get +1 effect.
Yes.
Okay. It would be file to look for it. Okay.
Yeah, or you could patrol. That makes sense too.
So yeah,
I'll just go with. It would be controlled standard.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Was that a yes? Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yep. Yes. Sorry. Need to sit closer.
Okay. Really quiet. You know what? I'll push myself to. Why not?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
As you, yeah, it's within the ward in North Night Market, where you see a group gathered around a small setup apple box type table, and you hear a voice from the other side saying, "It's what we all want. Find a lady," as 3 cards are fanned out, and depicting Jack, Queen, and King. As he throws them down on the table, begins to shuffle them, he's... Anyone care to step up? Challenge. Find the lady. And he points to this, as you get closer, you see he points to this child in the front row. He's probably 10 or 11 years old. He goes, he knows what I'm talking about. And he goes to an older guy. You there? Challenge. As money gets thrown down, this guy steps up and taps a card. He flips it over, and it's the king. He's get to try again, and as you get closer, you see the eyes going, and he goes, actually, on second thoughts, come back tomorrow, try again there. As he begins to quickly kind of fold money, pocket the cards, and hastily make a retreat as Sasha begins to give chase. Let's have...
Okay.
I'm actually... let's do a very, very quick... God. Oh, very nice. Okay, give me another check. Very quick engagement roll there. Give me a check with a control position.
Okay. I guess I won't.
He's running along with this, basically with an apple box. He's weighed down, and he's also pushing through the crowd.
Okay. I'll just go try to subdue.
Oh, very nice. Oh, you get to clear 2 stress as well.
Yeah.
Successful. Nice. You have a control position as well, remember?
Okay. You there?
As he's running, the crowds are clearing more for you, given that you're a blue coat. As he turns and uses the single weapon he's got at his disposal, would you like to resist an apple box being thrown at you?
Yeah.
Make me a prowess resistance.
Sure. I love this.
Doesn't have prowess.
Force, probably.
Force, yeah.
Force makes sense.
Oh, nice, no stress. As you duck underneath it, and this passerby, sort of part of the crowd, turns around to look at it and just takes the full blunt of a box in the face. There's the sound of crashing and splintering wood behind you as this guy just gets knocked out.
It looks like I ducked, but I actually tripped. Okay.
As go on then, make me another check.
I'm gonna push myself. This would still be the same control standard.
Very nice. As he continues running, you throw yourself and just go into a full body tackle. The two of you kind of end up half in the road.
Robyn hasn't rolled yet.
Oh, sorry, I saw the 6.
Control standards though?
Control standard, yes. No, it's on the back of that one, it's probably desperate.
Yeah.
Desperate, but yeah.
Okay.
Moments of my experience.
I'll push myself and then boom. Okay.
Oh, as you throw yourself and do a full body tackle, the two of you, are rolled into the road, and you hear rattling, and as a carriage is making its way towards you. You can just about make out the lights swinging in the fog, going at quite a speed.
Carriage is coming at
Hello?
you guys at high speeds.
Oh, I get
in
out
the
of
road.
the I
You've
get
got
out of the way.
in the road, but there is a carriage coming towards you. I'd say you could probably say a couple of things to him before a carriage is you're about to get trampled by an approaching goat and a carriage.
I'm not here to arrest you. We need your help, right? I tell him that. Yeah, I'm not here to arrest him. I'm here because we need his help.
He looks over, notices the carriage, and looks back up at you. You notice as well that he's actually while those extra eyes, you notice that they've got the square pupil of a goat, which gives him quick sort of physiological check, probably gives him a wider peripheral vision, and is likely looking for another way out of it. He's like, I believe you've got me. Carriage getting louder and louder. You hear the wheels clatter over cobblestones.
Okay. What do you call that? I get him. Subdue him. Get him.
Okay, all right then. Maybe that check.
Where is? Oh, I'm not gonna push my.
Oh no!
As the he rolls backwards, gets a foot in, just pushes you back, and rolls back as the carriage clatters between you. As he's kind of on the other side, now back up on his feet as you roll into the gutter. The wheels pass by inches away from your face. You do get 2 stress back, remember, because you did actually catch him, and he's as he looks at you and he's, you want something? I'm sure we can cut a deal. Make it good. The deal's off, and I'm gone.
Okay. So I'm sure the Pale Lady and Crow would have told me, like, because you worked with him, like, how do I get him interested in what I have to say?
Sort of. Let's have a not a flashback. Let's have a not a flashback. Flashback. As we're going to cut back to earlier that evening. Crow, Caroline, anything you would like to share?
Oh.
As both. See, here's the problem.
What is Brolin like?
Nathan, and I think Caroline worked with Brolin once. Nathan technically never worked directly with Brolin.
You spent enough time together, sort of off camera, so to speak, that he'll have an idea of what he's like at least.
I think Caroline would give the very general advice to offer him something immediately as maybe a reward for helping money or opportunity, or maybe intel on whatever team is working currently.
I think Crow would also offer the advice, whatever you do, don't refer to what he does as gambling. That seems to irritate him. Because gambling implies that you lose.
Noted. And he's our way to the Wraiths, right? Like, that's what we want from him.
He is a means to get to the Wraiths, yes.
Yep.
So let's jump back to the present. As the two of you stand almost opposite sides of the road, Sasha picking yourself up from the gutter. You can just about make him out through the fog and the rain, ready to disappear if the mood so takes him.
Like I said, I'm not here to arrest you. We need something from you. You may have known we have a common friend, the Pale Lady. And she and another friend, who I don't really know the name of, but I think he knows you, seem to believe that you may be a means to contact the Wraiths.
For the first time ever, possibly in the entirety of the history of Dusk, Brolin Zephyr doesn't actually have an answer to that.
Look. Name your price. It's for somebody really important.
Dangerous to ask me to name my own price.
Seriously.
I want a security.
Realistic.
I want security that I won't be troubled when plying my trade, and a favor from the Bluecoats.
I can... Once the transaction is over, I can guarantee that.
I'll try and get something to the Wraiths. And in the meantime, Bluecoat, try and remember who your own are. as he sort of straightens up his collar, brushes some of the dirt from the road, or attempts to, and disappears into the fog. As it's a few days that go by, and wondering whether or not will he actually keep to his word. And Caroline, where did you end up moving to after leaving your previous cabin?
Okay, let's open the map. Under another bridge. We're gonna say she decided to go for somewhere in the opposite of where she used to be. So
I
she...
mean, most bridges are in Silkshore. But obviously there's other choices as well. And
she can't. No. It's we were. The Nameless were in Crossfoot, right? And she's kind of persona non grata there.
Yeah.
So I think she would decide for 6 towers. She wasn't 6 shy originally, so she would go for 6 towers. The farther possible.
Yeah, no problem. So you're almost you have the view of the luxury of Brightstone in the far north. And it's as you walk down the streets, the building's becoming a little more well maintained, reflecting the grandeur that once was part and parcel for 6 towers and has now fallen into disrepair. But obviously, as closer it gets to Brightstone, the more maintenance and care is put into the structure. Roads are maintained. You see less of the vagrants and less of the derelict buildings. And it's as you now go around a corner, there's a point where everything becomes a little more shadowy, where the streetlight doesn't quite reach. And it's as you walk through that section, you hear a voice behind you. Don't turn around. You keep looking ahead. You turn around, you try and look at me, and the deal's off.
Is it a familiar voice?
No.
Okay. Gonna walk, but not in the direction of my house. Probably in the direction where I can find allies.
Your friends reached out to us. We're answering.
My friends should say. Oh, right. Yes, we're very happy to have an answer.
Depends on what it is. What's the coin?
What was the coin? What's our budget, Sasha?
Our budget is
at the moment.
nothing.
At the moment, I have put coin into the imperative, so you have.
Okay, to be fair, none of us have been given coin.
Yeah, we're not being paid.
Yeah, we haven't been paid at all for anything.
I have put coin in there. You've got 12 so far.
Okay, we've got 12 coin, guys.
Is that good?
And so 1 coin it's a slang term, and it's roughly a week's wage for the working classes of Dustfall. Certainly not for the sort of factory owners or nobility. But then that's probably down the back of the sofa.
So what would have we decided to pay the Wraith?
I think our starting would be 5 and then going up to 10. Obviously, we'd start lower than our max, because this is a negotiation.
And also what it is that you need.
So it's what Caroline. Okay, yeah, Caroline would say to the person in her back. 5 coins.
For what?
Yeah, you
Carla?
were like frozen.
Yeah. Oh, right. He said. Oh, sorry. He says, for what?
An arm. An artificial one. Of course.
Five coin will get you the best whittled bit of wood that we can find. Want something more special? Let's talk.
What do you think you could find?
You name it, we'll find it. Something they use on a. We can get you something that they'll use for a hull. We don't get it first. Electroplasmic powered metal will take some durability, and the fact that you're coming to us means that you ain't looking to buy this on the public markets.
What about military fly? Something built for combat, maybe?
Imperial military, that would be 12 coin.
9.
Give me a check.
Fair warning, I have a terrible luck with dice recently.
So it's time for that to change.
Yeah. So it would be way.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm going to push myself. Risky standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
10. Final offer.
Yoran takes a second to. Seems like she's considering it, and then nods. 10.
Silence. And as the moments tick by, eventually it's a moment of finally turning around, and you're alone on the street.
I guess they'll find us when.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Blades in the Dark, What Happens in the Dusk, part of the Domain Gaming, written and told by Livespark. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter.
You've heard the silent song.
We all have.
The legend, the curses.
Some foolishness about a world as it was meant to be.
A city of ghosts.
An illusion that you can begin again.
How much would you give for silence?